everyone, it's Rihanna and welcome back to another film review. Today I'm going to be talking about the film Brooklyn, which follows a young Irish immigrant who moves to Brooklyn to work in the 1950s, and she falls into a new romance, but when her past catches up with her, she has to choose between Brooklyn and Ireland, two lives and two places.
I have a life halfway across the sea.
Your life here could be just as good.
If you go back, I have no potential.
I want you to stay here with me.
So we follow our main character Ailish, played fantastically in this film by Saoirse Ronan, who has really come into her own recently. She is great in this film, she's the star of the show, and not only can you relate to her character, but she really related to her character being young and Irish and choosing between having to go from Ireland and in the United States where her acting career is at its highest. Even though she is a young Irish woman in the 1950s, it's really easy to relate to Ailish's character because we've all felt that sense of homesickness and changing depending on where we are. In Ireland she's one person, in Brooklyn she's another person, and it's all about self-identity and where you really call home. Saoirse Ronan is great in the film. She has raw emotion, she's charming, and you really feel the journey she goes on from when she first moves to Brooklyn and she's super homesick, super shy, and when she really comes into her own as a person living in Brooklyn, and when she just really comes out of her bubble. She is raw and charming and just beautiful in this film. She really drives the action and the character of Ailish. Within the first 10 minutes of this film we've already established who Ailish is as a person, who her family is, why she's going to America, and that just really engrosses you and invests you in the film because it is a heartbreaking thing when she has to leave her family in Ireland, and you just want to see what happens next when she goes to Brooklyn. Although the supporting actors do a great job in this film, no one outshines Saoirse Ronan. She's in the spotlight and she is the star of the show throughout the whole film. She was just fantastic. I can't emphasize that enough. Not only does the film do a great job with Ailish's character and Saoirse Ronan does a great job acting, but everyone else does a great job acting in the film as well. There's really minor characters in this film who are in it for a very short amount of time, but you still remember them when the film ends. It's just very effective with its dialogue, with its character development. There are like quirky characters who will have quirky lines, but they don't shove it in your face. They just do a very good job with the dialogue and writing, establishing these characters very quickly and making them memorable. The script and dialogue of this film is just super charming and funny, and they do a great job of balancing out the raw emotions of being homesick and the drama in this film with it just being hilarious and charming, and Nick Hornby did a great job at writing this story. Let's talk about the romance in Brooklyn. The guy she falls in love with in Brooklyn is Tony. He's Italian American and he's just super charming, and their romance just blossoms. It's really awkward to begin with, but then they just find things in common and they're incredibly sweet and they have so much chemistry together, which makes this romance super believable. This is everything a cliched, horrible Nicholas Sparks film wishes it could be. It's just super simplistic, effective, charming, funny. Their chemistry is just fantastic in this film, and the romance, you fall in love with their romance as they are falling in love, and it's just done so well. The balance between romance and drama and comedy in this film is just fantastically done. The romance in this film isn't cliched or cheesy, it's just very simplistic and real and charming, and that's what I love about this film. There has not been a great romance film in such a long time, and I'm so thankful that this one came along. The only fault I had with Brooklyn, which seems to be a reoccurring fault in films I've seen recently, is the pacing. This film is just under 2 hours long, but it feels a lot longer, and although that is effective because it is a journey movie of self-discovery, coming of age, falling in love, it just felt like it could have been a lot faster with the character development and with the plot as well. I was just waiting for something else to happen at points in this film. They do a phenomenal job with the first half of this movie, introducing these characters, getting things moving, getting the romance moving, but with the second half I felt like at some points it was rushed and some points it would slow down. It was just very inconsistent pacing. Now Brooklyn isn't going to appeal to everyone. It hasn't got CGI, it hasn't got all the frills and whistles, it hasn't got the action. It's just a very simplistic story that's charming, funny, great filmmaking, has amazing acting as well, but if you're not into the whole romance or drama genre, this film isn't sadly going to change your mind. It's probably not going to be your cup of tea. But if you are into romance films or drama films, you're a big fan of Saoirse Ronan, or you just like the look of Brooklyn, definitely go check it out. It'll be worth your while. It's witty, it's funny, it's charming, simplistic filmmaking that is just done to a T with the romance. Saoirse Ronan steals the show, and I can see why this film is getting Oscar buzz. Brooklyn is an engrossing, funny tale of self self-discovery and where you really call home, and it's getting a win from me. So if you guys have seen Brooklyn, let me know what you thought of it down below in the comments, and what is your favourite film about a journey. If you like this review, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I do new TV reviews and movie reviews every single week. As usual, all my social media links, including my Twitter, Facebook, Instagram and Letterboxd, will be down below in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching this review. That's all I have for you today. Bye!